Well, guys, today is the day. I'm pulling out all the stops, I think. I'm going to be putting on my big boy pants and all that good stuff. And that tree that you see behind me, it has to go. Today is the day we see if I can make that happen. It's not a easy thing for me to do since I'm not the lumberjack in real life that I may think I am in my head. And it's a major ordeal because if that tree goes the wrong way, my house could get damaged really, really badly. So, I am a little hesitant, but that's what I'm here for, is to get that tree down to make sure there are no trees close to the house. That way, if there's a big storm or something that happens, the trees won't actually get blown onto the house if that happens, or if they decide that they want to just not live anymore and they fall down. I don't want them near the house. And since I have to put up a storage building so I can get all this stuff out of the house and get some work done on the inside the house, because it's just too much stuff in there now, because anytime I get building material, that's the only place for it to go. Don't want to leave it outside because the weather is not friendly to things that you leave outside, or termites and stuff like that. So this is what's going to happen. So this is how things are supposed to go. As you can see, I've attached a chain up there that leads over to this tree. And my thought is that when I start to cut this tree and there's pressure on the chain to the other tree, it would prevent this tree from falling back towards the house. At least that's my theory anyway. As you can see from the top of the tree, most of the leaves, or limbs rather, are leaning over the house, which means there's a lot of weight up there that could fall towards the house. And that's the thing I don't want to happen. So, bear with me while I get the nerve up to try and make this happen. And we will see how it goes. So stay tuned in a bit and we'll try and work this thing out. guess what? I did it. It was heart-wrenching all the way until it hit the ground where it was supposed to land. But I did it. So behind me, that tree is gone. And that is what's left of it here, or what fell, because now I have to bucket. So that is it. All of that tree came from right here. And I don't know if you can understand what a relief it is for me to have that thing gone, because it's been a bane of my existence out here in the woods since I got started. The very first problem I had from that tree is when, just as I was doing the foundation, there was a tree in the back on the opposite side of the house that needed to come down. And at the time, I think it was a little rotting. So that tree that was right there, not this new tree, the old tree that was right there, fell right here. It was so tall, it took out a piece of the limb of the tree that I just took out from here. And that had to be cut because when I did the foundation, or actually the framing, that limb was in the way. So I had to cut it to make sure that it wasn't in the way of the framing. So that was the very first problem I had from it. And since then, I've always been afraid of it because it's a pretty big tree. I can get half my arm around it, but it's pretty wide around, I should say. But I am a happy camper. But now, look at how big this tree is. It's gonna take me a long time to buck all these limbs and get them out of the way, because this is where my storage place has to go. So I can see working on that for the remainder of the day. Now this piece right here, this big trunk, I would like to keep that and try and get some lumber out of it, but it's in the way, which means I'm going to have to cut it into smaller pieces like this one here, or actually the smaller ones over there, because I'm still going to have to move it, and there is no heavy equipment out here, so all of that is going to have to be muscled out. So needless to say, I'm a happy camper because that tree is gone. And I have a stump here. So that's going to be probably where my porch ends for here, because this is going to be the side door near the kitchen, and I want to put a little deck out here that comes almost out to this tree stump, and this tree stump is about 5 feet away from the house, which is one of the other reasons I wanted it to go. It was just too close for comfort for me. So once again, it's been a success. As far as I'm concerned, the day is done because I did what I had to do. I didn't kill anything. I didn't wreck the house, and so far, so good. So now I have to get to work cutting it up. So until then,